In creating corners and chamfers, you'll have to be within the sketch section. So let's go ahead and look to find our corners as you see here, and let's go ahead and use the slide arrow key to move them more towards the center of our screen. Also, in this lesson, I'm going to deactivate our geometrical constraints and dimensional constraints so that we can see what is going on when I create these corners and chamfers. Let's go ahead and start with the corner. And if we select the down arrow, we'll see that we can select corner. In the Tools palette, we have a number of options to create a corner. Let's go ahead and select Trim All Elements Corner, which is your basic corner. Basically what you'll do is select one element and then select the other. Now remember to follow the prompt in the lower left corner of your screen. It will guide you in how to pick the first curve and then the second curve, or in this case a curve or a common point. So let's go ahead and select this curve and then the next, and what's going to happen is that you're going to have a moving corner. Now you can place at this point a value in the radius box within the Tools palette, or you can move your cursor up and back to find what kind of a corner you want to create. When you're finished, go ahead and select the left mouse button and your corner is then created. Let's open that again. I'm going to double click on the corner icon to keep it open. I'm only going to create a few of these, and I'm going to recommend you go through all of these in order how to learn how to create corners. Let's go to the next one, which is Trim First Element. I'm going to select this curve and then this curve, and I'm going to just basically move that. And notice here, I have a line still sticking out. Let's go ahead and we're going to do No Trim option, and I'm going to select both lines. And notice here that I have retained the original corner without losing it, but I'm still creating the corner. And then next we have Construction Lines Trim, which is going to leave the corner, but it's in construction form only. Now let's go ahead and move over to chamfers. It's very similar, except we'll be creating chamfers as opposed to corners. Let's go ahead and select both edges, and we can move just by sliding our cursor up and back anywhere we want. We can also change the degree within the angle box in the Tools palette. And notice we have a clean chamfer with no lines or corners. Let's go ahead and select, and let's go do the same thing. And we're going to leave a line just as we did with the corners. Let's go ahead and select to leave the corners, as shown here again, just as we did within the corners. And finally, let's go ahead and have the construction lines. And that is how you create corners and chamfers within Sketch.